Hey everybody, this is Wake Angel 2001, working on the wave of minifigures which go to my Patreon supporters. Although this one is technically last month's because it took a bit longer to do. Paulie, he decided to pay a little bit extra and get himself a full-size ornament rather than one of those little minifigures, and he wanted it of Chip Hazard. Hey, who would have thought? A fan of small soldiers, a movie where toys gain sentience and come to life, would actually be a fan of mine later on? Who would have thought that, huh? Alright, so, since this is a larger figure, it actually stands 3 inches tall, it needs more internal support, so most of its volume is actually aluminum foil with the, with the epoxy skull placed over it. So, of course, everything is made in waves. I made the torso, painted it first because, like, the arm, I had to get around the arms, and that will be a pain later on. Then I made him a very nice head, some good old beefy arms, and once all this had stabilized, I made the legs, which, the legs were just stalks of aluminum with epoxy. It's kind of cool that he's an action figure, because I don't have to worry about super accurate musculature or anything like that. With all that stuff, all that was left to do was stick the legs on. Had to do a little bit of sanding to make sure they fit properly, and then paint them up. Let's take a look. And there it is, Chip Hazard. That thing you see sticking out of the top of his head is a wire that's a few inches long, so that you could bend it into a hook and hang him from a tree, because yes, this is an ornament. And, yeah, that's what it is. He's basically a Chip Hazard ornament. And, I don't know, it's not very often that I completely scratch build something that looks remotely realistic like this. I mean, he doesn't have any kind of articulation, but, it's quite a bit more detail than I'm used to putting into a figure, because the chibi-tized minifigures I make are usually done in a much simpler Dorb style. So something that actually is more beholden to the actual look of the character is something that's a bit of a challenge for me. So, I hope you guys like this little minifigure ornament little guy thing. And, we'll see you next time with more minifigures and more actual custom action figures. So, stay tuned for cool stuff like that.